Uh-oh. I made too many utauloids. I'm back. Already. I was so excited that I recorded my ODAO at the earlier possible convenience. Or should I say, OTAUs. Yeah, I'll do the voice colors thing I mentioned earlier sometime in the future, but for now, I wanted to try and push myself with 3 completely separate voice styles. That means 3 different ODAO. Of course, there's my regular one, in a mask style, but honestly, mask voice banks are a bit of a niche in their own right, so I wanted to try and make some feminine ones. I'll introduce my process for all of them one by one. This time each properly recorded voice bank took much longer since I couldn't use the assistance of Reglist since I was recording it onto a school computer that I couldn't download the app onto, and then I also had to go ahead and apply a noise edit on everything before I even started splicing them into individual files. Anyways, no more dawdling. Firstly, this is the one you heard in the last video, so no introductions needed. I could only record in a designated space at a designated time frame, so I did miss recording these sounds and had to use substitutes to make the voice bank function. Fortunately, he sounds dope. Take a listen. Of course, there's something very appealing about his original soft tone, so I would absolutely love to make a soft voice color to add to his bank later, probably around the same time that I re-record the lines I missed last time. Now, let me introduce the concept for the other 2. I wanted to push my voice as much as possible, so I wanted to try doing what I considered a big sister and little sister type voice respectively, a gentle and pretty sound and a bright and childish one. This isn't necessarily indicative of the genders that I decide on for these characters though, that will mostly be dictated by how the final voice actually ends up sounding. I'll show you the big sister voice now. I recorded the demo version in my room first. Here's how she sounds. I honestly love this. It has such a GLaDOS vibe, it's wonderful. Such a soothing and robotic voice, it's exactly how I hoped it would be. However, there was a problem with the professional recorded version. She doesn't have that GLaDOS sound at all. I was trying to make the voice more loud and expressive this time, but it ended up losing the source. Plus, it ended up sounding too similar to the next voice bank in a lot of ways. I guess it's harder to be consistent when trying to do a feminine voice. Regardless, I will remain vigilant and attempt to re-record her entirely next time with a flatter and gentler cadence. Here's the little sister voice, starting with the demo. It's so cute. The sound is a lot more androgynous than I was anticipating, considering this is supposed to be the squeaky ultra girly style. It's like a little alien. I think their pronunciation might be better because I was trying to aim for a more typically American accent, which I think the list of sounds is structured around. Sadly, I forget even more sounds to record for them, so there still might be some pronunciation flaws. Regardless, here's the proper recording. But Mr. Axatrox one, I hear you say. Doesn't every ODAO need a fun little character design to go with it? I hear you, brother, I hear you. There's no need to fear. I have something cooking, and you can get a little taste test just as a special treat. I wanted the character designs to reflect my actual Sona designs, although loosely enough that it doesn't feel like my literal whole likeness is attributed to these voice banks. Here's one concept that's based on my bunny Sona, and one concept that's based on my Sona. I'm not fully sure on which one will be for which voice bank, so it'll just be up in the air ideas until everything feels like it's really taking shape. Anyways, the next steps on my agenda are to go back to the recording booth to get everything that I feel needs a re-record, plus recording other voice colors. I might also try to make one of them also functional with CV Japanese, to distinguish the user cases that each individual voice is able to have. Until then, bye bye.